Hey everyone, Mike here with RC 4-Wheel Drive. I just mounted one of our 1/10 scale Warn winches to the bumper of one of our Marlin crawlers. Follow along in this video and I'm going to show you how to hook up our 1/10 advanced wireless remote receiver winch controller set using power from the truck's receiver. Included in this wireless set, you'll find the newly designed remote that looks just like the 1-to-1 version, the receiver box, power cord for the winch, and power cord for the receiver. And check it out, it even comes with a cool wrist strap for the remote. It's always a good practice to plug in everything and test it before installing it in the truck. Let's start by connecting the two winch cables to the receiver box. Notice the little tab on the connector. For testing purposes, we're going to use the battery connector to the receiver box. Plug in a fully charged battery to the receiver box and the LED power indicator will light. Our new advanced remote is equipped with a power on and off switch and a backlit display. Test the function of the winch using the buttons on the remote. Now that everything checks out okay, we're ready to move on to the next step. We won't be needing the battery connector anymore, so you can set that aside. Moving forward, I'm going to route the power cable for the winch along the frame rail. Leave enough slack for the front of the body and use zip ties to hold it in place. Make sure the cables are routed so they don't interfere with the spur gear. With the cables nicely routed, we can attach the winch receiver box to the electronics tray in the truck using double-sided tape. Now you can carefully trim the zip ties and double check your work. Make sure there's enough slack in the cable to clear the front of the body and the cable is free from the spur gear. To supply power to the wireless winch receiver, we use the 9-inch extension from our wire accessory pack for 1/10 winch controllers, part number Z-S0999. We're going to take one end of this cable and plug it into the car's receiver, and the other end and plug it into the wireless winch receiver. Plug one of the JR connectors into an empty slot on the receiver and make sure that the black and red wire align with the other connectors. Now take the other end of the power accessory cable and plug it into the wireless winch receiver. Now when you power on the truck's ESC, power will be supplied to the wireless winch controller. Check it out. Before we button things up, let's give everything a quick test. Now that we ensure everything is working properly, we can button things up. Reinstall the receiver back in the truck and make sure there are no pinch cables. Everything's looking good and we're ready to hit the trails. Our Warn 1/10 advanced wireless remote can be paired with multiple wireless winch receivers. Check it out. Grab a toothpick and power on your advanced wireless remote. Turn on the ESC and the winch controller. Locate the small hole in the wireless receiver and push the button inside. The red LED will flash. Push one button on the remote and you're done. And check it out, our 1/10 advanced wireless remote receiver winch controller set works with all of our winches, including the world's strongest scale winch, our 1/10 scale Warn 8274. Have fun everyone, and drive it like you built it.